Hi, Dean Marshall here from Skeeter Boat Center and AGHQ. We're here today to talk about and introduce a new product line from Shimano, spinning rods and trolling rods, technique specific in the aspect of whether you're pitching jigs, vertical jigs, dragging jigs, all the different applications that we have. And oftentimes we've not been left a good choice or an alternative to provide something at a price point and a great warranty. What I'm showing you right here today is our Compre line, and this 6-foot medium action is a great all-around vertical rod at $79. Now we also have the same rod available in the Convergence line for approximately $59. Both of these have lifetime warranty over-the-counter exchange. Now these two rods are 6.6 medium Compre and 7-foot medium Compre. These two rods are probably the two most versatile all-around multitasking rods you can have in your boat. I do prefer the longer rod a little bit for casting cranks, say for wing dams or just rocks structure that way. The 6.6 is a little bit, has more of an advantage if you're going to use it for vertical or dragging, in my opinion. But both great over-the-counter lifetime warranty rods that will cover a lot of bases in your boat. What I have here in my hand now are two 7.6 Shimano Compre rods. One's a medium light action, one's a medium action. And what you'll find here is you have got a ton of applications for these rods. They just do a ton of different things for you. And again, I can't stress to you enough, when you have a long rod like this, having a lifetime warranty, those are usually the easiest rods to break. But you know, having the peace of mind of the over-the-counter warranty exchange, lifetime, is a great value out there that we need to think about when we look at purchasing our next product. So peace of mind, great construction, great product, easy to own. One of the things about the Compre line that I really like is the all-cork handle. It has a ratchet foregrip, a reel seat, and overall what you'll find with this rod when you put it in hand and balance it out with a reel, the overall light weight of this rod, even though it's not a $400 rod, it feels like way more rod than the $79 that it sells for. In summary, what we just went through were the basics of the Compre line. But we also have, if that price point doesn't quite fit the budget, we also have the Convergence line. It'll be in the $59 range, again, with lifetime warranty. You know, one of the questions that a lot of people ask me, what's the best trolling rod? Well, you know, that's almost an impossible question to ask. The big thing with our trolling or our rigging applications is knowing how and what and where we're going to be using them. One of our staples for a starting point for trolling rods for years has been a 7.6 medium moderate. And why do you ask that action? Probably because that action, really for what we do on the river and some of our lakes, is probably the biggest overall multitasker rod out there. This rod really kind of does it all. And one of the big things that Shimano did for us is making this handle fisherman friendly. There's a lot of good trolling rods out there, but they were obviously set up for Great Lakes fishing, king salmon or lake trout. And you've got more rod inside the boat. Sometimes it feels like you're always bumping into, or it's in the way, or it's difficult getting out of the rod holder. So one of the features about this rod I really like, not only because the action's right, but the handle is really fisherman friendly. And again, the Compre or the Convergence line, two different price points, both with lifetime over-the-counter exchange. If you're looking for one rod recommendation, this is where I would start. The 7.6 medium moderate. It'll pull 3-way and bait, it'll long line cranks, it'll bait rig, it'll do a lot of things. What I'm holding in my hand now is one from each model, an 8.3 telescoping. One in the Convergence, one in the Compre. What you'll find with the Compre, a little lighter rod overall, cork foregrip handle, and just a little better guide system. Both lifetime warranties. These rods are really popular. Not everyone has a large boat or large rod storage. These collapse very nicely and will again serve as a great spinner rod, blades, slow death rod, or just a general flatline cork rod. If you've never caught a fish on a 10.5 foot rod, you owe it to yourself to catch one. This is a fun rod, guys. And there's a lot of things you can do with this. This rod with a number 5 or a number 4 or a small crankbait, tip is sensitive enough to read that, know if you've got a leaf or a small fish hung up on it. What this allows us to do is to create a spread and get that crank a little bit farther away from the boat without always using planer boards. And this has been a great rod for us fishing riprap or rock to lift the bait up and over the rock so you aren't losing cranks all the time. It's very much a moderate action, will handle as big a fish as you could possibly find out there, of course with a good reel and combination. This rod's the first 2-piece rod, as you can see. Stores very, very nicely. And again, the thing that you'll really, really like about this rod is the handle. And again, I mentioned earlier about having so much of a butt section in the seat. You've got a lot of rod that's not being used, and it's in your way in the boat. You'll really like how this comes in and out of the rod holder. And that's important when you have that moment of truth. More fish are probably lost trying to get the rod out of the rod holder than anything. The Compre 10.6 medium moderate action, IM9 construction, great, great value. The final rod in the casting series, or trolling series is how I really should put it, is a 9.6 medium heavy. This rod is really ideal for leg core. Now you could use it for other things and get away with it just fine, but one of the things that we've seen with the advance of performance leg core, the thinner diameter leg core lines out there, is we really have to kind of rethink how we're using our leg core rods. The day of the broomstick is kind of behind us, and the value or the importance of being able to read that tip is crucial. So one of the things you really might want to take a look at is what you have for leg core. Can you read that tip? Can you detect if you've got a 6 to 10 inch fish on that rod? It's tough to catch fish if that crank isn't doing its thing. The very familiar foregrip is cork that we're all used to. The rear is a synthetic material that you'll find very, very durable and easy to come out of the rod holder. If you're looking for more information or any questions, check them out on AGHQ, or feel free to stop by Skeeter Boat Center here in Chippewa Falls. We'll be happy to get one in your hands.